Okay, so I didn't start the recording right away. I'm actually kind of on late at night. So I told you guys that I would show you and not play offline as much as possible. So I'm in a AI match right now. We got real people. But yeah, I'm right now just trying to get some my oil for the next day. So I think the timer just reset for the oil. So yeah, that's what I'm working on now. And I'm using the Texas because I just, for the Bureau project, I just checked and I can get a bonus again. So the Texas is the only ship that I have that meets the requirements for the bonus project right now. I need to get a tier 3 on this character. I don't have one yet, so I think that might be something we try to do maybe in this recording. I'm not sure if I'll have the time, but we'll see. Overpenned on the DK trolling. I normally don't put out fires like right away like that, but you got to put out fires like when you're safe, and the Duque Truin had just gone around the corner, so safe enough. Of course, the celebs can light us on fire too. The issue is if you put them out right away, then if you put out one fire, then they can get 3 and 4 on you that are going to last the whole time because you have a cooldown time on your damage con.
Our team is taking the lead.
See if I can get this slabs on the backside. Oh, it's going to be a while before we can hit him. He's coming out though pretty quick, so we'll just slow down a little bit. By the time that we reload, we might get him. Oh, he's coming right at us. What the heck is he doing? He's going to beach, I think. Ooh, we hit him pretty hard even though we had overpens. If we didn't have all those overpens, we would have killed him. Oh, somebody else killed him. Wyoming's over there is going to die. And then there's one more Wyoming that's on the other side of the mountain for us. So if we get in a spot to shoot him, we will. If he doesn't die first. Can we get over the mountain? Nope. No way. Oh well. By the time that we get around this rock, we'll probably be reloaded. Maybe not quite. We shouldn't have shot that then. That should get him, hopefully. There we go. Okay, so victory there. We got 2 missions done. Road to New Year, win 4 battles. Welcome to Legends 3000 XP. So I actually got 1,500 points. Maybe I can work towards that one ship. Like, I think it's like Dunham, or I don't know. But we got 5 crates there. Welcome to Legends. 1. We also got some oil and 100,000. 100,000. What do they call those? Research points for the bureau. So let's take a look at the bureau. We should be close to. Yep, we're already in the 3rd segment. This introduction bureau goes super fast. Now we'll have 23 hours before we can do that again. It seems to be resetting for this one when you finish the stage. So normally that's not the case, I don't think. I think that you can't, even if you finish up a stage, you normally are, you still can't do that until the next day, but maybe I'm wrong. Very easily could be wrong. I didn't see what the oh, it said second stage time. Let's open these 5 containers. Winter Big Crate 23. Got some Commander XP, that's always good. Silver is always good. Always welcome for silver. These season crates are supposed to have ships in them once in a great while, but super low chance. In fact, I've only ever gotten 1 ship out of a seasonal crate like this. Almost a year ago, in fact, it was. I think it was a winter crate. From last year. Not that I've been playing this game that long, but I have quite a few matches and stuff in it, so I've only been playing for, well, seriously playing for still less than a year, but I've had it installed and like had my account for a little right out of a year now. So, all right, we got some promotion orders. Those are really valuable when you're starting out, because those are, once you need 5 of those to get your commander to level 7, and from there you need more and more to get them up. So hoard those like crazy, and it's okay to get your commanders up to tier 6. I mean, depending on how much commander XP you have. But you want to be careful, because those promotion orders, especially on a free account, they're hard to come by. So you want to be very, very cautious about when you spend those during the first part of the game, because they're, like I said, they're hard to come by. So before I start spending those, I'm going to have definitely a plan on like what I plan to play on this account, so that I can promote commanders so like there's a couple different commanders. There's commanders that you want to play and assign to ships. So for example, there's an example here is Hipper and Silax. So Hipper has a really good base trait, elbow room. If you play like secondary brawling battleships, which I do like to play, his secondary gun range is 15% when it's all the way up, and secondary battery shell grouping is 5% increase when it's all the way tiered up. He is a good commander, but he doesn't have like a lot of the brawling type. He does have this properly meticulous, but he doesn't have what they call another one that's called porcupine, right? Which extends your secondary gun range out even farther. So, like, I use him a lot as an inspiration, but I don't use him a lot. When I first started, I used him a lot as the commander, but then I got this one, Auto Silax, who has AP shell damage, but he has really good secondary skills. Like, he has Porcupine here, which will give you an extra 12% secondary gun range, get your grouping up by 15%, get your dispersion up by 18% at max level, or he has this highly educated crew which gets your gun range out 15% and gives you extra damage control charges for ships that have limited damage control. So really good porcupine. Plus he has this advanced schemes, ship secondary battery shell damage increased and secondary battery shells causing fire increase. Plus he has the properly meticulous just like the other guy. So he's my main, he's the one that I assigned to like a brawler battleship. And then I use Hipper as an inspiration. So yeah, so even though he's an inspiration, he's a really good inspiration, and so he's leveled all the way up for me on my other account. So yeah, that's plenty. So typically I would do commanders that you're going to play on ships first, unless you don't get them until later, and then because you can always, like for example with the Hipper was perfectly serviceable and a great commander for battleships because I didn't get Silax. Silax was one of the last commanders that I got out of the crates that open and stuff. And so Hipper was a great battleship commander, even though he didn't have that. It was just, he has this Knight Spirit, which is his thing. So he has extra battery damage. He just, the ships that he was on didn't function the best as secondary ships. They function more like normal battleships just because his buffs were more normal battleship type buffs, if that makes sense. And then when I got Silax, it took me a while to finally get him up, so I kept using Hipper as the main battleship commander, so just that kind of thing. Same thing I think with Japanese, right? Macawa is probably not going to be my main cruiser commander for Japan, but because of this cruiser detectability base trait, he's a really good inspiration, not only for Japanese ships, but for any cruiser, right? To get that detectability down, especially like Pan-Asian cruisers, which kind of thrive on low detectability at higher tiers. And so I might use Yamamoto, who has more offensive skills for cruisers. Japanese cruisers are really good at setting fires. So he's got the Burn It Down XXL. He's also got the Igniter, right? He has punch through, and he also has refill station, which can get you some reload faster, especially lower. You may not want fully packed on lower level cruisers. You may want to do refill station to get that reload time down, because this will get like a 10% reduction of reload time. Plus, fixated will give you better grouping and dispersion if you need that. Or a lot of people use the steer clear. So that you can actually steer and avoid shells. So yeah, we'll talk about that. But Macawa has steering and he has defensive buffs, but not a lot of offensive buffs. So, and he doesn't have he only has the fully packed. I don't think some people might use by the book. I don't know. I guess it's good if you have a friend around you because you get minus 20 damage. 20% damage, but most of the time you're getting that much damage done to you. There's nobody around you, or nobody close enough to you, because it's pretty close that they have to be. Anyway, let's finish getting our, now that I've gone off on a tangent, let's finish getting our oil. So now we've done that. We don't have any more of these bureau projects that we can do. So it just has regular ships. And like I said, I'm still going to do this in versus AI because I just want to get the oil knocked out. We can, if we're going to level up ships, we can do that later. I just, to get the oil knocked out, and I might get frustrated in a match later and want to quit and stuff, but at least this way I have the oil knocked out. So I think we have a ship available. I think we got the Wicks, or the Japanese destroyer available. Why don't we do that? Why don't we buy that? 11,380. We have just over 1 million, so we can buy that ship, purchase ship. And we do get a little bit of a reduction on the cost of the ship because of the fleet. So, congratulations on your new ship. Destroyers excel at ambushing other ships with torpedoes. Learn how to use them. I think I know how to use torpedoes, but we'll see. And we'll go into play versus AI. And I generally like to take a ship when I first get it against AI anyway, just to kind of see how it maneuvers and see how it does. You can actually put Cruiser Commander on your destroyer if you want. The majority of the skills aren't going to translate, so we'll just put H Gyro. I will get him to level 4 just so I can use the skills. That's 10,000 Commander XP, but that's not a big deal. We'll use torpedo speed. We'll use detectability, reload time, and steer clear. Okay. Do we have a do we want to put a camo? So our concealment is 5.2 without a camo. And what's our torpedo range? 7. So with a camo, this would just be a temporary camo. If I'm going to use temporary camo at this level, it's always going to be on a destroyer. So that's 5. So it really only saves us 2/10 of a... I'm not going to waste that. We'll wait until we get higher tiers. 2/10 of a kilometer. I mean, it's 200 meters. I think I'm okay. Plus this is AI, so no need to waste a... Again, camos are pretty... I mean, they're not super hard to come by, but if you just put a camo on, a temporary camo on for every match, you're definitely going to run out of camos probably. So, and permanent camos cost a lot. So to at least get them up to max level. I mean, it'll only cost 12 camos to get a permanent camo of level 1, which is better than nothing, I guess. But if you get it, if you want to get it all the way up, then it costs a lot more. We have a few bots on our team. And send a quick fleet invite to the one guy, 2 guys that don't have fleets.
Good luck, everyone. Battle starts.
Okay, so we're on Solomon Islands in the Wakatake. So most people are going to go straight to the cap. I probably will in this match. I mean, it's AI, so the cap doesn't really matter in AI match, because you're probably going to win anyway. Again, it does help for, you know, extra points, a little bit of silver, because what you get from an AI match is pretty paltry anyway. So we'll go ahead and use our speed boost.
Engine boost activated.
And again, I'm probably just going to put myself out there to die so that I can just get a win and get my oil done.
Good show. Enemy
But
force
I mean,
detected.
we'll actually play a little bit. We're not gonna, you know, try and avoid dying. If torpedoes come at us, we'll let them hit us probably.
Enemy destroyer detected.
V170. And this, man, the guns reload so long, take forever on the ship. I almost always fire my torpedoes. That Burrasque is gonna... I thought he was gonna turn in. That's why I fired those like I did. But now he's not, so... Ooh, the torpedoes on this thing reload pretty fast. Oh, he did turn in. Oh, we did hit him. Oh, I rammed the ship. I didn't even see the Kuma right there. Man, we barely did any damage to him. Whew, I thought we would have taken him out. We hardly did any damage. Alright. Well, we'll let them finish winning that for us. In the meantime, I think at Tenryu we probably are close to getting the Kuma. 1,000 more XP. I'm not going to spend global XP on it. But I will. No, not in a AI match. I'm not going to. I don't put flags on an AI match. It's so paltry. The rewards and stuff for it. I put those on for standard or arcade, where you earn more XP. So the more XP you earn, that also bumps up your global and your commander XP. So anytime I put on a commander or a global XP flag, I typically will put on a regular XP flag booster as well, even on premium. So I didn't used to do that on premium ships because premium ships don't use XP. And you may want to think about that, right? If you're trying to grind non-premium ships, save those flags for the non-premium ships so that you can gain the XP a little bit faster. But I started putting it on premium ships because it does really boost how much the premium ships silver. First of all, the silver that you get, and the global and the commander XP that you get. Even so, you know, on premium ships you earn what they call elite XP, which can be converted into. I think you can convert that into either global or. I think you can convert it to global, but it definitely is not worth it. You have to spend doubloons to do it, and I don't think it's worth it. Maybe some people do. I don't think it's worth it personally. So yeah, I've never done that. I've looked at it a time or two, but I think it's like 1 doubloon converts like 25 elite XP, which is just like ridiculous. Because if you calculate that out, you know, for a ship that costs like 100,000, you're spending like 25,000. A tier 3 ship that costs like 100,000, a little more than 150,000, whatever it is, global XP. If you wanted to do that and basically spend doubloons to do that, you'd end up spending like 25,000 doubloons to get, you know, a ship that theoretically, like a ship that costs 187,000, I think you could get for like 8 or 10,000 doubloons if you just spent the doubloons on the ship instead of converting. Any conversions that this game does are typically not good.
The ship is on fire.
Oh, we're gonna get hit with those torpedoes. Damn it! I didn't mean to get hit with these, but oh, they didn't kill us. But we're flooding. Floods are not good. If we can get the Coburg here before we die. So
the ship is on fire.
I'm switching to AP. Because if a cruiser has their broadside to us, we can actually sometimes citadel them. See if we can. I mean, we're penning that St. Louis, so maybe we can citadel them. No, we wouldn't get the chance to. Okay. Now, after that match finishes, we should have all of our oil done. So I'm gonna play. Oh, I did want to play the Tenryu, but now we have to wait for that. So, what was the other ships? Let me see what other commanders I have. Okay, so I have cruiser commander here. I have battleship commander, good battleship commander for the UK. Germany, I don't have anything. France, I have a destroyer commander. Aircraft carrier commander here. Good aircraft. I mean, I like the Russian aircraft. Pan Europe, Pan Asia, Netherlands, Spain. Why don't we... I wanted to start working on the French, but I wanted to do French cruisers, French destroyers. Okay. Russian's not bad, because Nikolai Venesin has a good base trait, which is that nooks and crannies. That's a good one. We can start working on some Russian stuff. Or we kind of already said that we might work on the Spanish cruisers, which we've already promoted that commander. Yeah, let's do that, Navarre. I think we've already put some time into the Navarre. Navarra? Yeah, look at that. We're only 1,400 away from the Almonte Severa. Let's put some level 1 boosters on here. And we'll do the whole way around. We want to put a camo on. Let's see how that camo looks. Ooh, it actually kind of looks cool on this Spanish cruiser. It's a tier 2. I'm not going to put a permanent camo. Actually, if you put these permanent camos that aren't, you can actually remelt them down. Why don't so I hate to just put a temporary camo on. I hate to put a permanent camo on because I'm not going to play 12 matches in this, I don't think. So we'll just put a temporary on. And see, when a temporary gives you the full, that you would get a tier 4 permanent camo, which takes a lot of paint. So we'll just use temporary. That camo actually looks kind of cool. It does help incoming dispersion, which is a good thing. So that's why you want to camo even. I mean, we're in standard, we're tier 2. See if we can get a kill here. We may not get a match. Getting a match in tier 2 standard is a little tough. We may have to go to arcade. Alright, let's go to arcade. Some arcade's kind of iffy to get flags on. You can still, I mean, you get better. You don't get quite as good as you do for standard, but you don't spend quite as much time in these matches either, normally. Murder Martyrs domination. Okay, so we have 2 real people. Oh, 2 real people. Oleg A, I've never seen that ship before. Never even heard of it. In St. Louis. Okay.
Battle starts.
What do we have on our side? We got Aurora B. He's got a level 16 Nikolai Venesin. That's not bad. And Navarra. Where is he? We want to definitely hang with the Aurora B. If we can. I've never even heard of the Oleg A.
force sighted on the horizon. Enemy cruiser sighted.
See, so we have Oleg A and the St. Louis for their players. Okay. I didn't see what that second ship was behind. Are these two destroyers gonna crash each other? Probably. Yep.
We've been spotted!
Sir.
Enemy destroyer blown up.
The ship is on fire. Problem solved, sir. The ship is on fire.
I'm gonna die. I thought I was anyway. I'm just trying to get our ship steered up. Oh, whoops. I'm gonna put some flags on here too. I saw victory. We weren't going to get victory out of that. Olga was really good. He was hiding, shooting us from behind the rock. We couldn't hit him. St. Louis, man. St. Louis is a beast. Tier 2 really is. Has a lot of guns. Pretty tanky. Oh, we got a lot of real people in here.
Action stations.
Surov.
Enemy force detected.
We have a we have a seal clubber on our team this time.
Enemy destroyer detected.
Enemy cruiser sunk.
Enemy cruiser sighted.
Range 11-1, so he's right at the edge. Our shells are shattering, but I'm trying to get a fire on them. Let's get this in. Oh, St. Louis isn't in bad position. Our shells are just straight up shattering right all over his deck. Oh, we got one. Couple hits there.
Our team has taken the lead.
Oh, we got a fire. Let's see if he put, oh, he put it out right away. Oh, we stole it. Stole that kill for sure. Stole that kill for sure. A Phoenix, man. Good job. I gotta tell that guy. CO clever. can't message Knut because he has his settings off. Oh, look at that. 10 Ryu. Now we can get the Kuma. All right. So that was our objective for today. So since we get the Kuma, we will go ahead and buy that ship. So go to upgrades and then arrow over. And we can hit the square. 77,000. Go ahead and purchase that. Now we have tier 3. We got our first upgrade to a ship. Now let's see what we want to upgrade. So we have two choices. Whoops. Two choices with the Kuma. We have main battery disperse. This is basically, you could look at it this way, especially we may have secondaries, but they're not really going to come into play at this level and on a cruiser necessarily. So really this is for, we would utilize this aiming systems mod 1 for the -7 to dispersion. I mean, the secondary buffs are nice, but this one would also change our main battery traverse speed and torpedo launcher traverse speed 20%. Normally I would say usually want the dispersion. Whoops. We'll assign the commander. We want Macawa. And so let's look at the statistics, the specs before we do that. So main battery, our turrets take 21 seconds to traverse, to turn. Our shells group at 2. 2 is good grouping. And then we have medium max range vertical dispersion, 20 meters and 33 meters for medium max range. So that's going to be essentially like 5 to 7 kilometers, I believe. So, and then max range would be all the way out at 11.4. We would have horizontal dispersion of 111.9 meters, 112 meters. So if you think a ship that's, I don't know how long these ships are, pretty, I mean, that's not horrible dispersion, don't get me wrong, but it's still okay. So 21 seconds, it seems like it's a long time to traverse, and it is. What do we do if we get, so we have to buy these, so that's the whole reason. 7%, so 10%, 21 seconds, it's going to be 2.1 seconds, so we would save basically just less than 2 seconds doing this. Oh no, wait, we get 20% extra traverse speed, so we get like a 4-second reduction on the traverse speed. Is that or our dispersion going to be better? I normally go for dispersion. We can sell this if we don't want it, so it'll only really cost us 100,000, which we don't really have, but let's see how it changed it. But I mean, that's from 20 to 18, from 33 to 31. Let's go with the traverse. I don't know what people, and in tier 3 it doesn't really matter. We can pay 25, and I would say on like level 7 or level 6, 7, when you're paying 2 and 3 million for the modules, definitely if you have doubloons, use the doubloons to, if you're going to uninstall and switch them, pay the 25 doubloons for this first one or whatever. I would say sell it, because I mean, to me the 25 doubloons is more valuable than that 100,000 silver. So, but the nice part is if you uninstall it, you can install it on another ship, and you don't have to pay. So you'll have to pay for the new module to install on this one, but you won't have to pay for that module again. You can just install it on another ship for free. So that's what you get for the 25. So we got quite a bit before we can get to Izuguchi or the Furry Taco. Kuma. Now I will put a permanent camo on here. 26 of this. Or we have some of this. tiger stripes. Or we have some of these. That kind of looks okay. Let's see, what else do we have 12 of? We can put on here. We got American, red, white, and blue. Japanese ship with red, white, and blue on it. Nice, huh? I kind of like the tigers. I like these stripes normally. See that? Ooh, that's kind of cool. Tiger stripes or these stripes? Let's go tiger stripes. Oops. Take that off. I'm going to hold this. I'm going to get a tier 1 permanent camo so we can melt that back to paint. Then we get 42 paint out of that. I don't know what we normally get from 12. Let's see what we normally get from 12 if we converted them to paint. So we get half of the, if you melt it back, you get half of your paint back. Okay. So let's do this. Kuma. Let's check. We only need one preset. Gun traverse speed, incoming splash damage. What do we want? Shells and bombs causing fire. Do we want to get him to tier 7? Can we? We can't. We don't have enough. We do not have enough commander XP yet. So let's play one match in this. I normally said that I normally like to play ships the first time in AI, but I'll do it in arcade. Might as well. I am going to go over here and strip these flags back off. I don't like to keep the flags on there. And I'm going to take the camo off. Take the camo off of here, temporary camo, before I forget. Because otherwise you're going to have like all kinds of ships with, you know, temporary camos and all that stuff on it. Nice part is about premium ships, they come with camo already. Except bureau ships, you will have to pay for the camo on the bureau ships when you get those, even though they're considered premium. You'll have to apply paint to them. Alright, let's play Kuma Arcade. Now we may get tiered up and have some tier 4s in here. We'll see. Those are always the chances when you go into a match. Let's see what we have. Here's the desert. Okay, we got tier down, so that means we're with tier 2s. We got the Wicks, we got the Freont. Doesn't have a commander yet. The Iwaki, who has a 16-3 commander. Seal clubbing again. And Alligary. 15-2. Arkansas FE. That's definitely seal clubbing. Arkansas FE. That guy's been around for a while because I don't think that's been offered for a long time. The Arkansas FE ship. Yeah. Those are some guys. I don't know if you can get your win rate up and if arcade counts towards your win rate or not. I don't know. Or towards your I don't know if it counts towards your win rate or towards your like win-loss, your win ratio or whatever, win percentage. I'm gonna go towards Bravo instead of towards Alpha. And my torpedoes are 7 kilometers. My detection is 9.7. So you can always see like where your torpedoes, what the range is on your torpedoes in the white circle in the mini-map. And that's the range of our guns. And then the blue circle with the eye is obviously our detection. So I use that especially with a destroyer to avoid getting detected sometimes. If I could see like that destroyer is on the right on the edge of my little detection circle, if I was at a destroyer I'd probably turn away from that if I didn't want to get detected. If I noticed that getting close to that circle. Okay, I'm detected. Oh, they're over here. Shoot. I was looking in the wrong direction. We're gonna hit the island. A couple made it past, but yeah, still not. Okay, we got the Freon down here. Freon's kind of a good little boat. We're gonna. The more we can hit him without him seeing us, the better.
Fire! Problem solved, sir. The enemy team has taken the lead. Destroyer detected. The ship is on fire.
Cruiser sunk.
Problem solved, sir. The enemy is about to win.
Oh, we're almost up on our time. Got 5 minutes left on my recording here. Didn't realize I had been recording for 60 minutes, so if this ends before the match, there might be just a little gap and I'll start it again. This match should end before then.
Torpedoes to starboard.
Oh shit, we're gonna need these torpedoes. They're dead. Yeah.
Below the waterline. We're flooding quickly.
And we're the last person, so I'm gonna flood out. I'm gonna let it flood out. Since this is the end of the recording, we'll just let it flood out and lose this match. Sarro got me. Okay, thanks for watching, and have a good one. Let's see what missions we got. Path to tier 4. All right, so working on some missions. We're definitely making some progress on this character. Thanks for watching, and thanks for joining. If you like the content, or if you don't like the content, give a thumbs up and subscribe, please. If you don't like it, well then, you know, hopefully I'll put out something better, or leave me some suggestions in the comments. Anyway, have a great day. Bye-bye.